In the last 2 weeks, the London programme has been given access to some of those tactics being used to try to control street crime in the capital.
Subject of interest at that address is a white male.
In Newham, street crime in the 12 months up to February of this year was up 27%. Here, police are being briefed before going out on a raid. They're targeting someone they believe could be a handler of stolen goods. Raids like this are part of a strategy to disrupt the supply and demand chain of street crime.
We'll roll out on that one and get going because time's pressing on.
This is somewhere we've got information intelligence is involved in handling the goods. So if we can take the handlers out of the equation, it means that we can hopefully stifle the actual offences of burglary, street crime, motor vehicle crime. Come in the door, come in the door.
As they approach the house, someone is standing by the doorway. There's no need to force entry, but the team move quickly to ensure no evidence is disposed of.
Fine, we've got 3 downstairs in the lounge.
They service the warrant, secure everyone in the house and start the search.
We've arrived, secured the premises. There's 8 children in there and a number of other occupants. There's people who have stayed overnight, who are sleeping on the couches. There's a large amount of property in there which we're going for at the moment to see whether or not it's stolen or not.
But the person they were looking for isn't in the house.
I've just spoken to him on the telephone and asked him to come here. Whether or not he comes here, I don't know. But, I've asked him to come here with receipts that he says he may have for some of the property.
Whilst looking for stolen property, the team finds some dangerous weapons.
It's quite a nasty knife, as you can see. I mean, it's extremely sharp, extremely dangerous. And this, which, although it's a BB gun, as you can see, is extremely real. In fact, if that was pointed at you, you would believe that was a real firearm. So we're going to ask them questions as to why they've got these items by their beds.
In response to Eye McKelvey's phone call, the man they had come for arrives at the house.
Get out of my face, I want to get in my ass, check my money, check my things, then I'll talk to you.
And he's not happy.
Get off of me, don't touch me, right? I ain't under arrest, do not touch me.
Just calm down. Let me just explain to you, right, you're not going in your bedroom yet, right?
Yeah.
Because we just found stuff in your bedroom that we're not happy with.
Like what?
All right?
What, my knife? What, I can't collect
your
knives? What, I can't collect knives and guns?
You collect knives and
Yeah,
you collect guns. Right, well fine, you're not going in there because if you go in there, you could very well get rid of evidence. All right, so you're not going in there. Just stay here, calm yourself down, and let's do our job, all right?
Before long, the team have finished the search and have found a wide range of items of interest.
We found a variety of weapons, knives, in various locations within the bedroom. We found 2 imitation guns, very realistic guns, balaclava. We then found small bags, which you can see have got the cannabis emblem on them, which is what drug dealers sell small amounts of cannabis in. We've got a large amount of cash here that we found in a green bottle, scales, a further set of scales in a box that's obviously got the remnants of cannabis in. We found wraps that you would ordinarily wrap cocaine and Class A drugs in. And we found some cannabis in a bag, which I believe is here somewhere. There's cannabis in the bag there, which obviously had a considerable amount of cannabis in at some stage. We're going through all the property that we found. There's a quantity of phones, there's articles outside, we've taken serial numbers and various other details off, which we'll do checks on as well.
Possession of these knives and replica guns in the home isn't illegal. Another person admitted being in possession of the cannabis. The man arrested at the scene was released without charge. The police believe one of the root causes of street crime in London is the use of drugs, and they think there's a link between the seriousness of the crime and the type of drug used.
The youngsters, the sort of 13, 14, 15-year-olds actually commit robberies to fund their use of cannabis, and then you get the older groups who commit street crime robbery, usually more violent robberies, and they're generally on crack cocaine and heroin.
Later in the programme, for the first time on television, the Metropolitan Police decoy car operation against the street criminals. And
Grab them, put them on the floor, put your legs, turn around.
is it real or is it a replica? Detective Inspector David McKelvey and his team in Newham are responding to an emergency call. They're dealing with an increasing problem on London streets, the use of guns. A member of the public thinks they've seen a man with a handgun. He's on this bus being followed by McKelvey's unmarked police car. One of Dave McKelvey's key jobs is targeting street crime, and guns, sadly, are now part of it. Because of the potential danger, no sirens are being used and the marked cars hold back.
There's a male, white male on the back of the bus with a dark jacket on, black jacket, allegedly armed with a handgun. The marked unit obviously was following it, has now pulled off. We're waiting for Trojan units, firearms units.
Yes, all received. That's now a green light on the ATS, moving off eastbound towards the bus stop.
At each bus stop, they have to ensure that they don't lose the suspects.
It continues Rodford Road eastbound towards...
The armed response unit is on its way, but at the next bus stop, the two suspects get off.
There he is, he's off the bus. The two of them off the bus.
They're heading for a supermarket, and D.I. McKelvey believes an armed robbery may be about to take place. He has to make an on-the-spot decision.
It's going to be worse, Dave, if we don't take them now.
There's now crossed over.
Well, it's obvious anyway. Let's go and do it, eh? Yeah, do them. Just get up to them. Yes. Just do it. Just go and grab them. Put them on the floor. Switch your legs. Turn around.
The two suspects were caught completely unawares. Within seconds, they're surrounded by officers.
All right, mate, yeah? We've got you.
Where is it? Where's your gun?
The suspects are handcuffed and quickly searched. The weapon is found. It's a replica gun, a BB gun which fires pellets, but guns of any type are taken very seriously by the police.
If you walk down the road with a handgun, how do we know whether it's real or a BB?
Sorry,
You're lucky that it's not a real gun. Or you're lucky it's not Trojan officers that are stopping you. Stupid boy.
I'm sorry, man.
That's how people end up getting killed, mate. Idiots. You just don't know if he's going to commit a robbery. And that would be our problem. If he had have committed a robbery, if he had been an armed robber, he would have been running out of the shop, potentially with the gun in his hand, and then you've got the difficult decision then of actually tackling someone who's actually in a position where they're actually aware of what's going on around them. So that was a difficult decision for us, and we had to take the decision to actually arrest him there and then.
Gun-enabled crime in the capital is on the increase, up by 6.7% at a time when many reported crimes are decreasing.
It's a trophy thing. It's, look at me, I'm the big boy carrying a firearm or carrying a knife. Our difficulty is that you don't know what's real and what's not real. People are carrying imitation firearms day in, day out on the streets of both Newham and London. And it's, as you saw, we were unarmed. There were armed units on way. They could have been stopped by armed units. If they had had that in their hand, you've got to ask a question, as a police officer, would you shoot them? It's difficult to say whether that's a real gun or not.
The suspect with the gun pleaded guilty to possession of a firearm or imitation firearm in a public place.
We average about 4 or 5 robberies a day, I would suggest, but they do range, really do range from the really serious ones, you know, people armed with a gun or with a knife, to the ones we'll consider to be, you know, the ones where they just say, what have you got in your pocket? The main problem for us as a police service isn't the volume of crime, it's the impact that street crime has on victims. Because it's very public, it can be quite violent on occasions, but it also has a major impact on the perception of crime by the members of the public that are out there.
Street crime has just been introduced by the Metropolitan Police in Newham. In this car park is the only police decoy car in London.
Those that are involved in stealing from motor vehicles, those that are involved in robberies, they are the same people generally. So if we can target them and catch them committing these offences and take them out of the equation, then effectively we are stopping and we're cutting down on street crime.
The use of the decoy car hasn't been shown on television before. For obvious reasons, we're not going to identify the vehicle.
There has been an increase in theft from vehicles, particularly since Christmas. I think people bought a lot of satellite navigation systems over Christmas, new technology, and basically we're seeing a huge increase in theft from motor vehicles where satellite navigation systems are being stolen. We took the decision that rather than carry out observations on numerous car parks, that it would be easier, far easier, for us to have a vehicle that is effectively like a honeypot, that we can control, that they will come to us.
The car is fitted with state-of-the-art equipment to ensure that the criminal is caught. It's left in areas with high levels of car crime, and items on show that are frequently stolen.
Once you're in the car, the moment the door is opened of the vehicle, we receive a pager message and also a call over a mobile telephone, which gives us the capacity to actually control the vehicle. Within the vehicle there are cameras, and we've also got the functionality of talking to the people who are in the car, so we can tell them to bring the car to a stop and apply the brakes. We've got the facility of the doors deadbolting, and we can also turn the engine off and bring it to a safe halt. Everything inside the vehicle is being recorded on a hard drive, which is then burnt down to a DVD for evidential purposes.
Before every operation with the Decoy car, the team is fully briefed.
The risk assessment is high on this. Obviously, you've got a vehicle which is a potential weapon, and therefore I'm insisting everybody must wear full protective clothing.
What you're about to see is the Decoy car being attacked. This man immediately arouses suspicion. He's circling the car park on his bike and seems to be examining the cars. The police also notice he has a screwdriver wedged into his handlebars.
He's looking around.
He's looking around the car park. Now cycling, looking at simply a black Ford.
The suspect spent about 10 minutes riding up and down the car park, weaving in and out, seemingly decided which out of the many on offer to break into until he spots the Decoy car.
He's stopping by it now. He's looking in it, he's looking in it.
After a good look, he takes the bait and smashes the window.
He smashed the window, he smashed the window. All units, he smashed the window.
All units, go for it.
He steals the speakers and mobile phone. But unbeknown to him, police have been monitoring his every move. He was arrested immediately, pleaded guilty, and has been imprisoned for 6 months. Here, the Decoy car is deployed on a side street, and it's not long before it attracts interest. Some youths take a close look.
They are looking into the vehicle. They have stopped. They're paying considerable interest. Stand by.
After checking that the coast is clear, one of them tries to break in by throwing stones at the window. After several attempts, he succeeds.
Just want to come in. He's trying to get in. He smashed the window. Go, go, go.
He was arrested, pleaded guilty, and was given a 9-month supervision order and 90-day tagging and curfew orders.
It's cost effective. We've had over 20 arrests already, and it's only been running 5 weeks. It's good technology. We can actually use the technology in a variety of cars. So the actual technology can be placed in a different vehicle, so we can change the cars on a regular basis. And the evidence is overwhelming, which means you haven't got long drawn-out court cases. The evidence is overwhelming. They plead guilty on the first occasion, which saves court time.
Alongside new strategies like the Decoy vehicle, from today the Met say they will respond to public concerns and refocus some of the huge resources of the...
For more information about the issues discussed in street crime, please visit itv.com/London.